I have just finished, a couple of days ago, I went to an incredible presentation with a guy called Kerwin Ray, whose name I've actually put on the screen. And Kerwin Ray is an incredible mentor, business mentor. He's an absolute business genius. And what I learnt during that seminar, it just absolutely blew my mind. It was an incredible, incredible day. I've been searching for this information for about 6 months to really help me to move to the next level. And I really needed this information. I paid thousands of dollars to go to different workshops, actually seeking out this information. And pretty much the other workshops didn't live up. In fact, just a week and a half ago, I paid a couple of grand to go to a 3-day presentation, and it just didn't live up, didn't deliver, and I was really disappointed. And then a week and a half later, I go to this presentation by Kerwin Ray called Business Mastery, and it absolutely gave me everything that I really needed to step up and move to the next level. So what we're covering today is on the psychology of success. And because, you know, it's Anthony Robbins who said that success is 20% strategy and 80% mindset. So pretty much if you don't have the mindset in place, then you are never going to achieve what you want to achieve. So mindset is absolutely key to you realizing your goals and dreams, to you achieving the success that you yearn for and the wealth that you yearn for. And if you're not working on your mindset, then you are really pushing it uphill. And you will continue to push it uphill, and you may get so damn tired that you roll all the way back down to the bottom of the hill if you don't work on mindset. So mindset is so incredibly important. And if you're here on this presentation, then you are a leader of our time. You are what they call an alpha. You are willing to step to put your head up above the rest of the crowd and be counted. And are you ready to lead? Because the world is yearning for authorities to lead them. And if you're not willing to step up and be an authority, then you're just going to be going along with the rest of the pack. And if you're here, then you are here for a purpose. Everybody, I believe, is here for a purpose. And if you're listening to this presentation right now, then you have a very big purpose, and you owe it to the rest of the world to step up and to lead and to share that purpose. Because if you don't, you are doing a great disservice to your community, to your family, to your friends, and to the rest of the world who needs what you have. And just about everybody on the planet wants to be led. They want somebody to take them by the hand and show them how it's done. And if you're here, then it's time for you to make the quantum shift. Now is the most perfect time to be making a quantum shift in your life. It is absolutely, the planets are aligning, the energy is aligning to support you to make a quantum shift. And you need to change your mental blueprint, your success blueprint. Now, the magic age for most people to succeed is somewhere between 45 and 55. And the reason for that is that it takes most people 20 to 30 years to get their act together, to really to really hit their stride, to make all the mistakes. Most people spend 20 to 30 years making mistakes before they really hit their stride. And look, I'm in that category. And it's a great category to be in, because after all the years of trying and failing, I still kept going, and I still keep going. And the only people who do succeed are the people who are willing to do that. Now, you can fast track that, and there is so much support out there for you now to help you to fast track that. And if you're not taking advantage of that support, then why not? Why aren't you doing whatever it takes to step up and to lead, to be the shining light that you came here to be? What is holding you back and stopping you from being the best that you can be, from owning your purpose and your brilliance and leading from the front? Are you still finding excuses? Are you still making excuses? And anything that comes out of your mouth that says, well, this is why I'm not, or it's just an excuse, because there is always a way. It's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. It's not about your level of intellect or your knowledge. It has nothing to do with that. It's your willingness to step up and lead. It's changing your success blueprint, your mindset, and doing whatever it is in your power to do what you came here to do. And at some point, you just have to back yourself. No more excuses. Just step up and back yourself. And Kerwin was saying Tuesday at the presentation, do it or don't do it. You know, and if you're going to do it, then do it properly. But if you want to fluff around for the next 15, 20, 30, 40 years, then, you know, you can either fluff around or just put both feet on the ground and stand up and be counted and get on with it. So what is holding you back? Is it your self-belief? And is it your belief that you can do this? Is that's what holding you back? Is it your fears? What are you afraid of? What is your greatest fear? Now, these are good questions to be asking yourself. Write these questions down and start asking yourself these questions. What is holding you back? Is it self-belief? Is it fear? Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being singled out, fear of being rejected, fear of, you know, that you're not good enough. What is holding you back from stepping up and being the best that you can be? And continually ask yourself these questions. Whether you're just starting out, whether you're just getting on a roll, whether you've made your first 10 grand, whether you've just made 10 million, what is stopping you from moving to the next level and the next level and the next level? Ask yourself these questions your entire life if you want to achieve stuff. Never settle. And I'm not saying don't be grateful and don't be satisfied, but don't allow yourself to become complacent and content. Be happy, be grateful, and always be looking for, how can I do more? How can I be more? How can I serve more? And make that your quest every day. How can I do more, be more, serve more, make a bigger difference? And never settle. Just never settle, because there is always another level to move to. Good question. Kerwin was talking the other day about addictions. And have you ever noticed the kind of behavior of an addict, particularly when they run out of whatever they're addicted to? Their behavior is erratic. It's single-minded. It's frantic. It's panic. What happens with people with money when they run out of it? Exactly the same kind of behavior. Erratic, panic-stricken, fear. It's like there is nothing else except all they can focus on is the lack of the money. Money is the most addictive drug in the world, and whatever you're addicted to, whatever you need, will control you. So you need to free yourself from the addiction. And as soon as you free yourself from the addiction, from that, the kind of behavior that is going to keep pushing that away from you, if you are addicted to love, then and you don't have it in your life, and you're behaving erratically, and you're needy, and you'll just keep pushing it away. If you're behaving like that around a potential love interest, then it's just going to repel the person. Whereas if you're relaxed and comfortable and you're not displaying any of that kind of erratic behavior, then you're really easy to be around. You're nice to be around. People will be so attracted to you. And it's the same with money. If you are acting needy and like desperate, then money will be repelled away from you, and you won't be able to make the right decisions for your financial future, for your success in the future. So you've got to work out, are you addicted to money? If you are addicted to money, then it's time for you to let that go. So now I do want to talk about, excuse me, I'm just turning the page on my notes. Now I want to talk about the kind of things that you need in place to be massively successful and massively wealthy. And I'm going to ask you, what is your vision? Do you have a vision? And I'm not talking about just a vision board or just a set of goals for the year. I'm talking about a vision, in that, what do you want to create? What do you want your legacy to be? So when you leave this planet, what do you want to leave behind that has made a lasting difference in the world? And have a big vision. The bigger the vision, the bigger your action, the bigger your life, the more satisfaction. Don't keep it small. Don't allow your vision to be dictated by what you think is possible. Get that out of your head right now. Make people like you make the impossible possible. So just go with your vision, whatever it might be. What do you most want to create in the world? And don't make it about you. Make it about everybody else, what you want to leave behind for everybody else ultimately. How do you want to change the world? Do you want to be an integral part of shifting people on this planet in some way, shape or form? And what does that look like? And really get very, very clear on your vision. Be able to articulate your vision really clearly. So when you articulate it, people get it. And when you articulate it, you are so connected to it that you feel like you're floating on air, and people connect with you because you are so passionate about your vision. What Kerwin Rae does is, as I said, he's a business genius, and what he does is he studies some of the most successful business people in the world. Actually, he studies the most successful people in the world. And as he said, he will study anything from 12 to 1,500 people in a year. And it might be the same people each year, but he'll study what they're doing. He'll figure out their mindset. And this is the way he turns startup businesses into $1 million businesses and $100,000 businesses into multi-million-dollar businesses. And this is what he does for a living. And he said that each and every one of the multi-millionaires, they have a culture and they have a vision, a big vision, and they can clearly articulate that. It is what drives them. It is what they make their decisions based on. It is the core of their business. Any business without a culture or a vision lacks direction, lacks focus. So you must be able to clearly articulate your vision and understand the culture of your tribe, understand the culture of your industry. And if you don't like the culture of your industry, then change the culture of your business. To be very, very clear about your vision and your culture. He also shared with us the 3 biggest rookie mistakes that people make. And the first one is trying to do it all on your own. Why reinvent the wheel? There is so much support out there. And there are so many resources available out there. And I understand that for startups, it's really hard to do it, to have the resources to be able to outsource stuff. But if you're going to continue to try and do it all on your own, learn it all on your own, you can get mentors for free. Well, not for free, but certainly you can access information on the internet for free. You can buy books. Hell, you can go to the library and read a lot of the big successful people's books. They're in most libraries around the world. So avail yourself of that information. Just immerse yourself in everything that you can get your hands on regarding the information that you need and the mindset that you need. And you need to avail yourself of these resources and stop trying to create it all yourself, to learn it all yourself. People have been there. They've done it. Why not follow in their footsteps? And as soon as you can, get a coach. Invest in yourself. Invest in your business in whatever way you can. And it doesn't have to be a $10,000 course, but just find somebody who can help you, support you, somebody you can be accountable to. The second thing is not having a plan or a blueprint. And man, can I relate to that? If you don't have a plan or a blueprint, then your efforts will be erratic and your results will be even more erratic. So, if you don't have a plan or a blueprint, you really lack focus. You have shiny objectitis in that you are jumping from one opportunity to the next, to the next, to the next. Everything looks like it's going to be your savior, your answer. Where if you have a plan or a blueprint, you just keep coming back to that. Every day you look at your plan or your blueprint and how you can take the next step on that plan or blueprint. What is working, what's not working, how you can adjust your plan or blueprint. And really, really important that you have that in place. And the third thing is, the third mistake that so many people make is they have no accountability. So if you have a coach, then you're accountable to the coach. If you're in a mastermind groups are great for accountability. And no fluff, get things done, focused mastermind group is one of the greatest assets you could ever be a part of. And you treat those people in the mastermind group as if they are your board of directors, your CEOs, the people you are answerable to. You have things that you need to get done that week or that fortnight or that month whenever you meet, and at each and every meeting you tell them what you've achieved. If you haven't achieved what you set out to achieve, why you haven't achieved that, you're accountable. If you don't have a mastermind group, who's in your team? Friends, family, who are you surrounding yourself with that is really supportive, that is going to kick your butt when you need it, who is going to encourage you and pick you up when you need it, and maybe do some brainstorming with you when you need it? Who's in your team? And all the negative people around you, get them out of your life. I'm not saying cut them off altogether, particularly if they're family. But if they're not helpful to your cause, then do not spend time with them. If they are people who bring you down, and look, I know many people who have the situation where they have a partner who is not supportive and who can bring them down. Don't share. Don't share with them. Play your cards close to your chest. I know that your partner is supposed to be your best friend and the person that you want to share all this stuff with. But if they are at all discouraging or demeaning or make fun of you or don't believe in you, then just don't share, because it will be your downfall ultimately. Find people who do encourage you. Seek out a group of people within your area whom you can meet with once a week, once a fortnight at least, I would suggest, to keep the momentum going, to help give you the support, the encouragement, and maybe the information that you need. If you have a good cross-section of people who are really of the same ilk as you, who really do want to make a difference and achieve, then they are going to be people who can really help you. They may have done things that you haven't done, and they can really support you in shifting the things that you need to shift, and vice versa. There'll be things that you can help people with as well. So they're the three biggest mistakes: trying to do it on your own, not having a plan or blueprint, and not having any accountability. And in that as well, not asking for help. And that's what a mastermind group is great for, because you're all supporting each other. You can ask each other for help at any time. Look, mentors, if you have a look at Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook boy, multi-billionaire, his mentors were, guess who? Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Personally mentored Mark Zuckerberg. Do you think he could have got there without them? Who knows? But I seriously doubt it. Not to the level that he's at right now. Everybody needs mentors. Everybody needs a hand up. We are not born on this planet knowing everything that we need to know to get to where we need to get to. And you're not expected to find it out on your own. Why would you fall over on your face for 20 or 30 years, continually over and over and over, to learn how to succeed, when you can learn how to succeed from the people out there who have already done it, who are sharing the information, whom you can do courses with, workshops with, get coaching from? Wouldn't that make more sense? So if you're making excuses about why you can't do that, stop it. Just stop it. At some point, you have to back yourself if you want to succeed. Find however you can do it, just find a way. Decide, commit, act. 3 things that you need to do: decide, commit, and act. And the other thing that Kerwin Ray shared with us on Tuesday was the 5 business principles that he has noticed in the multi-million and multi-billion-dollar organizations. There are 5 particular principles in their culture, and these principles are embedded in their culture. So passion, for a start. The owner of the business has an incredible passion for their vision. Their passion for their vision is everything. It is who they are. And that is spread throughout the company. So they only hire people who have the same kind of passion for the vision that they have, and the same kind of passion for the work that they do. So this passion is embedded in the entire organization. There is no point having people in your organization who do not align with your vision and who don't have passion for what you do. If you are outsourcing, so if you're looking for people to do stuff for you overseas, which is a really good way to do it, if you have particular things that need to be done, okay, so they don't necessarily have to have the same amount of passion for what you do, but they do have to have a passion for what they do. So if you're looking for somebody to create videos for you or presentations for you, or maybe you're looking for somebody to manage your Facebook or your social media marketing, they need to have a passion for that stuff. So even if they're not necessarily aligned with your vision because they're outsourced, they're not permanent employees, but they do need to have a passion for what they do, why they do it, and why they want to do it for you. They do need to know what your vision is and what your culture is and what your expectations are. But yeah, having this great passion for it, probably not so important. But if you're going to have people directly in your organization working for you, important that they have a passion and a vision. Right down to, perfect example. There was a story this week. I've seen similar stories come out from the States, but there was a story I saw this week, a fluff piece that was just so cool on this supermarket checkout guy on the central coast of New South Wales in a shopping centre called Erin Affair. And he is so incredibly pleasant to all the customers that come through his checkout that, do you know, there are people who will wait in line. There can be other checkouts free. There are people who will wait in line more than 30 minutes just to go through his checkout. There are people who will drive from all over the place just to go to this particular supermarket because this particular guy is on the checkout. There are people who are talking about him and telling their friends and saying, oh, have you met this guy at the thing? You've got to go and go through his checkout. Can you imagine if you had a supermarket where you had all these people on the checkout who are so passionate about their customers, and that's it. He's passionate about every single customer that comes through his checkout. He's engaged with them. And he cannot do enough for them. He keeps asking, is there anything else I can do for you? Is there something we can help you with today? And most people say, no, thank you very much. They're really just happy to interact with him. But that kind of employee is the employee you want in your business, particularly for a small business. Large businesses, I guess, larger businesses, depending on where they're at, can afford to have people doing certain things that may not be particularly passionate about it, but I don't know, if you up the ante and you get people who are passionate, makes a big difference to your business. Purpose. Absolutely having a purpose. What is your higher purpose that you want to achieve? Then aligning everything with your purpose and making every decision aligned with your purpose. The people that you employ, know that they are your business. And the people that you have around you in your environment, very, very important. We've already spoken about that. So who are the people who are around you? Who's in your team? Who are you employing? Who are you engaging to help you with certain things, whether it be your coach, your VA, whether it be your programmer, whoever it is, you must be very focused on the people that you have. The organization that you have or the business that you have is only as good as the people who are involved in it. So very, very important is the people. The product or the service, depending on what you're at. It must offer incredible value, and it must be focused on what people want. So I would suggest not focusing necessarily on what people need. Focus on what they want, because they will buy what they want, not what they need. And if you can at the same time create what they that serves a higher purpose and helps improves their quality of life in some way, then that is the best possible thing you could do. So product, very important. And partnerships. Who are you aligning yourself with? Who is in your network? Who influences you and your business on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis? And who are you connecting to? Seek to connect with people whom are going to be influential in your business in a good way. If you have some really successful business people in your area, find out how you can connect with them. Ask them if you can spend time with them. Take them to lunch. Take them for a cup of coffee. Just find people in your area, connect with them, and make sure that you are gleaning from them everything you possibly can. Great way to get into a success mindset. Great way to change your wealth mindset is to surround yourself with people who are already where you're at. Do you know that most people earn the average of their friends and the people they surround themselves with? So if you're surrounding yourself with the people who are at the same level as you, then getting above that level is going to be very difficult. And I'm not saying dump all your friends just because they're not earning enough. What I'm saying is you have your collection of friends who you love to socialize with, spend time with, hang out with. Then you have the business people whom you spend time with. They're the ones who influence your business decisions. Our friends influence so many of our decisions. And yet, if they're not achieving what we want to achieve, then why would we allow them to influence our decisions? Why would you allow a plumber to instruct you on your health, or an electrician to come and fix your wiring in your house? No, sorry, you would allow an electrician to fix your brain freeze, your wiring in your house. Why would you let a plumber come and fix your wiring in your house? I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. Very, very important that you have the right partnerships in your life for where you want to go. And yes, have people that you love to spend time with and chill out with, but don't start taking business advice from them. Find the people who are doing it and take their advice. Okay, so, and the last thing I want to cover is that self-belief for your mindset is so incredibly, incredibly important. If you don't have a certain level of self-belief, and belief in the universe too, belief in a friendly universe. Yes, you're going to encounter challenges along the way, and you're going to encounter people who want to bring you down and criticize you and judge you, and that's just the way life is. Tall poppy syndrome. But you also need more than anything to believe that this is a friendly universe, that the universe is supporting you to succeed, that good things happen to good people, and that effort is rewarded. Maybe not immediately, but eventually your efforts will definitely be rewarded. And a belief in a higher purpose. So belief is so incredibly, incredibly important. And what I'm going to do is bring the whole session to a close right now, because I think I've covered a whole lot. But what I'm going to ask you to go away with is, firstly, what are you believing right now that's holding you? Holding you back? What excuses are you making that is stopping you from stepping up and leading the rest of the world to where they want to go? What is preventing you from taking the action that you need to take to get where you need to be? And if you are blaming external resources on why you can't get to where you need to go, then you need to get more resourceful. It's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. And if you are making excuses, what are you afraid of? Is your self-esteem suffering, your self-belief in the fact that you can do it? And use emotional freedom technique. This is your homework for the next couple of weeks, is explore those belief systems that are stopping you. Stop making excuses and do whatever it takes. So that is the happiness hour today. We are up to the hour, and I do apologize early on for the lack of sound because I had the wrong microphone turned on. I'm really sorry for that first 20 minutes. That was shocking. But I hope you've gotten a lot out of today, the happiness hour today. If you have any questions, then please post them in the chat box. Would love to speak with you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next happiness hour, which will be, just let me look up my calendar, it'll be a Tuesday, which is 2 weeks from today. It would be the 19th, I believe. Yes, the 19th in Australia, which means it'll be the evening of the 18th around most of the rest of the world. So that is it for today. If you would love to email me if you have any questions about today's presentation, then just go to email info@consciouswealthinstitute.com. And love your feedback. Give me feedback on the presentations, guys. If I'm not living up to your expectations, if there's more that you want, if I'm not giving you what you need, then I can't know unless you tell me. I'm just sort of guided by my journey, by what my the challenges that I've had and what I wish I had, 5, 7, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So let me know what's going on for you, and Have a great fortnight, and I'll see you on the next Happiness Hour. Bye for now.